Next morning, the silent boy sat beside his dad for the first light-hearted chat. Benjamin confessed to Dylan. He had invited his friends over, only to realize none of them showed up. Then Benjamin pried into his relationship with Lily. Unsurprisingly, Dylan, he really liked that sunshine-like girl, but had always struggled to voice the warm feelings buried inside. They also engaged in a heartfelt exchange of thoughts and feelings. Dylan confessed that at times, he genuinely didn't know how to establish effective communication with Benjamin. After much contemplation, Benjamin eventually followed his son's sincere advice and made a decision that was both challenging and compassionate. He let the tormented tiger go peacefully until he watched the father-son stand side by side. A wave of warmth filled her heart. Since that heart, the heart talk. Sunlight again shone into Dylan's heart, and his brush no longer painted summer hues. He sketched lively zoo figures, including the Bengal tiger forever in their hearts. Benjamin made a meaningful decision to use Dylan's tiger drawing as the zoo's official logo. Benjamin gazed into his son's eyes, solemnly telling Dylan had always been his biggest fan. This left Dylan momentarily stunned. He finally realized his father's love had never been absent. In the quiet of the night, Benjamin opened the album that time had sealed away. This time, he gathered enough courage to hit fast forward on life, facing the past and embracing the future. It wasn't betrayal to the departed, it was a release for the soul. His wife, in another dimension, surely wished for him to be better. Those memories that once bound Benjamin were now no longer heavy chains, but had transformed into the driving force that propelled him forward. Sunshine bathed the zoo's grass, and the slumbering life was quietly reviving. Turtles ambled across the green lawn while porcupines frolicked. The most delightful surprise was that Rose's beloved peacock family welcomed new life, as fluffy little peacock chicks hatched. He lovingly named each one with a unique, the one shy, closed-off girl now smiles radiantly, eyes full of sun, and her brother no longer persuades Benjamin. Now that he's decided, he'll fully help. He brought 2 boxes of bloodfish, Zongsheng's favorite. Facing the unexpected feast, Zongsheng spun around excitedly. He, even the blogger in Guangzhou, was drooling over it all as the last preparations wrapped up. At this moment, their efforts mark a new life start. When the inspector re-entered, he met calm, determined gazes. This time, no anxiety as they were well prepared. The inspector still had a serious face, scrutinizing every corner. With harsh standards, he scrutinized details, seeking the tiniest oversight, but admitted eventually the zoo was flawless. From the safety designs of the animal enclosures, the whole zoo became alive. The sweat and hardships they endured transformed into tears of joy. With the business license issued, the opening date was set for July 7. Even the usually stern inspector proactively booked tickets for the opening day. He's excited to witness the zoo's rebirth. Xi Jinping too, as it reopens July 7. Even the stone-faced auditor booked opening day tickets. That day, Benjamin took his daughter to buy reopening supplies at the supermarket. When he presented the credit card emblazoned with the distinctive logo of the zoo, the cashier momentarily froze, but soon after, her face lit up with an expression of mixed surprise and delight, as if she wanted to savor every bit of it. The cashier excitedly said he works here, and he works here, and he works here, with nostalgia lighting up his face as he eagerly booked 9 tickets for Benjamin. He excitedly planned to bring his family to support the zoo's reopening, making Benjamin realize the once close to had once been loved by the locals. But just as preparations were in full swing, the weather turned on them, and a weather alert was issued. The strongest rains of the century loomed, forecasted to last a week. Team members gazed at the gloomy sky and posted reopening flyers. They silently prayed for clear skies. Eyes sparkled with unease and determined hope, as everything headed in the right direction. Only Dylan's feelings were unresolved. In the pouring rain, he glimpsed Lily's window, now reading If You Love Me. It read, You Should Let Me Know. At that moment, his father's 20-second courage echoed in his ears. Dylan took a deep breath. He resolutely dashed toward his heart's direction, storm unquenchable, bolting to Lily's window in leaps. Pounding down silently those fateful 20 seconds in his heart, he eventually mustered the courage to knock on Lily's window. Bravery, in the flow of time, serves as the most delicate and tender brushstroke, inscribing the profound emotions and boundless longing for one another. Dare to express love, happiness surrounds like stars. Amid relentless rain. No sign of stopping until the eve. Rain pounded the roof, bringing team spirits to a new low. Until next morning, when Benjamin was jolted awake by the alarm, he unexpectedly found golden sunlight sneaking through the curtains. He suddenly flung open the curtains, marveling at the long mist-clear skies. Last night, it was overcast, now crystal clear. Careful Callie even gave Rosie the trendiest 90s French cuts and dressed her in a custom zookeeper uniform. The little girl spun around. Rose's beaming smile radiated even brighter than the sunshine. Telly confidently predicted that the zoo would be packed. With the snip, ribbons fell, opening the zoo to the public. The team stood in line at the entrance. They smiled with anticipation, eyes on the road's end. Yet time passed, the expected crowd didn't appear. As everyone grew anxious, Dylan sensed something wrong and dashed out to find days of rain had caused a massive tree to fall across the main entrance road to the zoo, blocking it completely. When they climbed onto the thick trunk, a delightful sight greeted them, a long line of eager guests patiently waiting on the other side, chatting and laughing. This sight instantly lifted Benjamin's spirits. leading the team to help the visitors across the obstacle and into the zoo. Everyone worked together to guide guests who joyfully stepped along, starting their zoo adventure in this unexpected manner. This unplanned twist ended creating a unique opening. After 6 months' emotional work, they reaped the harvest. The zoo's reopening drew unprecedented crowds, filling Kelly and her team with pure joy. Every corner thrived with life. Most touching was Rose's transformation. Once quiet, now confident,